show can be a little gay, but if you're not, that's okay. You can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Aloha and mahalo. This is the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
Tropical cat. I'm Wendy.
And this is Tara. I had made me think a second. Yeah.
Hey, on today's, hey man, be cool. It's all good. Just, chill out.
Okay.
On today's episode, we're going to read some mail. We call it a mail sack.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get caught up. It's pretty much just us talking.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
this
that's
is far
okay.
too low key for the experience of this. We're all back at the same time on a podcast.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm shocked clearly you don't even remember what language this podcast is in. So It's been that long.
Guys, I guess I'm still in island time. So
okay.
It's all good. Everything's chill. We're good.
Was that why you were 15 minutes late?
Yep. I'd also like to, I should have told you to take notes before I did the intro because I listened to the episode that you guys did. And we've recorded over 200 episodes.
Yikes.
And you guys could not piece together the very simple intro. Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
Hey, Kat.
It was too much.
That was a bit.
This is a bit too, Wendy.
Oh,
wait, it's a bit inside
good
of
one. It's a bit about a bit.
It's a bit.
Oh, I'm so confused.
It's fine. Don't worry. Hey, it's chill. It's fine.
See, we have no sense of humor without you here.
It's not true.
Turn into robots.
It was
confused.
It was a very funny episode. I was listening to it. I couldn't sleep one night in the van, so I was listening to it and I was just laughing.
What did we talk about?
You guys were freaking out about the Rangers.
Oh, the sports.
And
we hadn't even won yet.
You were so freaked out that they were
alert.
going to completely tank it like they did the last time.
No joke.
Lesbian drama, a lot of lesbian
bottoms.
That's right. Bottoms
and
soccer
lesbian
talk.
Mm-hmm.
And you read some emails, but yeah, I definitely listened. I was laughing.
Thank you.
You guys were very entertaining. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for your support.
But it's really good to be back, guys. It's been a very, it feels like I've been gone for a long time.
You have been gone for a long time. One of us is, I think I'm the only constant. Someone's always been gone. But me.
You are the constant, Wendy. I don't think tracks. You're the rock.
We had ever done, Wendy and I, a solo, just together.
I don't think so.
And note, we're not why it's posted. Thank you, Anne.
Yeah,
thank you. Own devices. We would have just talked and been recorded, and no one would have heard it.
Just okay, where do I email this? How do I? Is there?
Anne was a silent partner, instrumental in making that happen.
Yes. Thank you for your support, Anne.
Big shout out to Anne. We love Anne. Okay, let's do this podcast or whatever.
Yowza, it's a podcast. It's a great podcast. Stop playing it down.
Okay,
Kat.
okay. I'm doing a bit. Doing a bit. No more bits.
All right. Well, guess what? It's birthday time. It was a easy, quick game last time because only Tara guessed.
Yeah. And
so,
I won. She got it right every time.
That was quick. All right. I'm going to shout out one of our Texas people who has put the little town of Waco, Texas on the map. That would be Chip Gaines. Chip and JoJo.
Okay.
They call him Reality Star. I think it's a little bit more than that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Who's
From
this person?
Fixer Upper.
Chip and JoJo.
They have their own network now. Magnolia Network, Paramount.
Come on now. They're they're making Texas. They've done a diner and a castle and a hotel.
Shiplap. Joanna basically invented Shiplap, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or put it on the map.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it existed, but she put it on the map.
Not everybody knew Chip and JoJo.
Yeah. So they were on HGTV, and then they got so big, they literally got their own network.
Tara introduced me to them.
Yeah.
It's greatness.
And randomly enough, my mom
so-
introduced me to them. So
okay.
yeah.
You're gonna be. It's gonna be tough for you, Kat. But you
Yeah.
can try.
Now, which one is the birthday? Who's the JoJo
Chip.
and Bobby? What is it?
Chip. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing for you.
Chip and Joanna.
Chip
But
Gaines.
is the husband.
Demo day. Demo day.
Okay, cool. You go first, Tara.
Ooh, I'm gonna say Chip is 46. 47. 47.
I'm going 42.
Well, Tara's closer. He will be 49 on November 14th.
I almost. Oh, okay.
You were
All right.
close.
I overshot
All right.
it.
And this is one because I just adore her, and she is a lookalike to my friend Deborah. The greatness of Missy Pyle. And if you don't know who Missy Pyle is, she's one of the aliens in Galaxy Quest.
Mm-hmm.
And she's done she pops up in all sorts of movies. And I went to go see her sing in a restaurant in Texas after a con. She and a friend went and they performed. And I don't care if she's not as well known. It's Missy Pyle. She's
Right.
awesome.
She's one of the, what are the aliens called in Galaxy Quest? They're great. She's awesome.
Probably one of those people that has like 100 something
Right.
parts on IMDb on every show.
"Who is
Yeah.
Missy Pyle?" I'll look her up. She's done a billion things.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to offend her, but I'm going to say like 52.
I'm going to say 49.
I don't think she'll be horribly offended. She's going to turn 51 years old on November 16th.
Wow.
So
Okay.
She's
been around a while.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, let me tell you how many credits she has in her life. She has, oh my God. Okay, now you can guess how many.
Credits?
Let me take off all the everything but. Okay, this is
just acting.
Actress. How many acting credits does she have to this point?
Can you tell us when her first what year her first
Okay,
acting
her
credit
first
was?
acting credit was my computer is slow. All right, her first role was in. This can't be right. 1996.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
When did Galaxy Quest come out? Was that
after
one of her first
1996?
I think it was like early aughts, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Oh,
I might be wrong.
well,
Okay,
162.
1996. Let's see. Let's do some Hollywood math here. So she's been in industry for.
By the way, Galaxy Quest was 1999.
Oh boy, what did you say, Tara? 100 something?
162.
I'm gonna say 200.
194 with 2 upcoming.
Wow.
This woman is prolific. Is that the word?
Good for her. Yeah,
She's done a lot of stuff.
Good word.
Yeah,
Megan.
she's just around. She's like our other beloved character actress. Oh my God, what's her? Come on,
Margot Martindale?
Thank you, Margot Martindale.
Oh,
You know who I was talking
But look,
about.
1996. She was older when she got started
Yeah.
compared to a
Lot
lot
of
of people. For that many credits? And she
for
only
sure.
started in 96 when she was younger. How old would that be?
Yeah. And it's like she's hot, but she's
24?
looking. So at some point, like she was like, "Hey, I'm attractive, but I'm also interesting. Have an interesting face.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
Very
make this for
interesting.
somebody."
And she looks like Deb Abbott.
So smart.
She really does. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Deb's dressed like her Galaxy Quest character before, if
Oh,
anyone knows
that's-
who Deb
Oh.
Abbott is. And
That's great.
Fun.
it's like spot on.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Smart.
Okay. My brother's birthday is on November 18th.
Oh,
That would be Owen Wilson.
happy birthday, Owen.
Who people say, we look like we could be related.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, good old Owen. Recently starred in Loki season 2, which I have not finished.
Me either. No offense to your brother,
think
but
it's from Dallas.
Can't with him.
I just can't.
I think he is. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say he's 53.
Oh boy. I'm going 55.
You are correct, Kat.
Boom.
55 on November 18th. Happy birthday, brother. Brother Owen.
Does
like
he send you a monthly check?
Yeah. Who do you like better, Luke or Owen? Who's your more favorite brother?
Owen.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, what has Luke done lately? I mean, Luke was in X-Files.
He
and I
was
liked
in the
him, but what's he doing?
X-Files. I mean, that's pretty
Right.
good.
What's he doing now?
I don't know. He's your brother.
Now Owen's my brother.
He
know if that's how
Luke is
that
dead
works.
too. Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying I just don't see Luke as much. We don't keep in touch as much as Owen and I do.
You're estranged, would you say?
Sure.
Mm.
Oh, by the way, he was in something called Fingernails and Fired on Mars, and I feel like
Huge.
I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
Get back to it, Luke. Can't coast on that X-Files part forever.
Work
Yeah.
harder, Luke.
Work harder. Don't sponge off your brother. Just kidding. I'm sure he's a very wonderful man.
Speaking of doing things, Wendy,
Yes.
I think you did a pretty big thing last weekend that we were all jealous of.
Very.
Why don't you tell us a little
Were
bit
you?
about your weekend?
Were you?
Oh, I
Are
was.
you a big U2 fan?
I'm not. It wasn't for you too.
Yeah,
Let me tell
exactly.
you that. It
Was
wasn't
it
for you too.
the Sphere?
It was
Yeah.
for the Sphere in
course.
Las Vegas.
I believe it's technically called just Sphere,
Oh.
according to its Twitter or something. Anywho, I went to the Sphere and to see U2. And let me tell you,
Well, it was the opening, like the first thing they've ever done there, right? It just opened. Yeah.
they do have a show right now. You can just go and look at videos just to show off its capabilities of sound and
see.
video.
I see.
You know, big giant landscape videos or whatever. I don't know what they show because I didn't go to that. I went to the U2 concert.
Right.
Let me just preface this by saying U2 is my favorite band. Achtung Baby, the album that they mostly did. I mean, they did all of that plus some extra things.
Oh, that's cool.
Is my favorite album.
Okay.
U2 at its best is like a church revival experience, and you're feeling it.
Wow.
The whole crowd is feeling it, and this took it times 10.
Really?
I have used words like rapturous,
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
transcendent.
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
There is a moment in one of the songs that carries over to another song that I liken it to what it must be like to enter the portal through heaven and enter.
Oh
and
my God.
Goodness.
Look, I'm not exaggerating. There are people who are calling this a spiritual experience. I've watched so many videos of this one moment, and you just hear the people are just like, and then the thing is there, and then they're singing their song, and then sounds coming from the sides, and you're just transfixed. There are tears.
So how
are
much
tears.
of that moment is it like the percentage of like the visuals making it rapturous compared to the music? Like, is it a perfect
It's combination. Like
Okay.
it's well done. The combination of visuals, the sort of meaning behind, like they didn't just arbitrarily throw crap up there. Like they put thought into, at least did this part, combined with the music, the visuals, look, if you want to look it up, if you're never going to go see him, if you don't care, it's the moment of towards the end of With or Without You, and then going into Beautiful Day. Just saying.
Wow. That's
You
amazing.
can find a billion clips. You can find the whole concert on YouTube if you really want to see it. Now, it will not compare to being there in any capacity, but I literally got home Saturday night. I saw it Friday. I got home Saturday, and I thought, I'm just going to see if there's some clips because, you're wanting to relive stuff. And believe me, I recorded a lot of video. I was in the moment. I wasn't just looking through my phone, but there were times like, I'm just going to enjoy this. And you're like, holy crap, I got to video this thing.
Yeah.
And I found at least 2 copies of the entire concert from different nights on YouTube.
The entire concert.
Someone sat there with their phone and recorded the whole concert.
But that's like gotta get taken down, right? You can't do that
Well,
shit.
it hasn't yet.
That's crazy.
And honestly, I feel like it's just going to make people want to go.
Will you go again?
I would if I'm not going to seek it out. The tickets are you'd pay it twice as much as what I paid now, at least to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can't just get face value tickets anymore. I don't think.
Got it.
If someone said, "Hey, I want to go. I don't have anybody who wants to go with me. Would you go back?" I'd be like, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I would make it work. I would buy the ticket for twice as much.
Just the little short video that you sent me, I was like, what am I looking at? I was like,
Yeah.
it took me a minute. It was
Intense.
enthralling, even with the
That's
iPhone
the moment.
video.
That's the moment.
And I was like,
And
oh my
it's-
God, it's just the scale of it when you're in there.
And there's we were in the 300 section, and from everything I've heard, sections 2 and 300 are prime spots. There are people if you're on the 100s on the sides, past a certain row, you can't even see the whole sphere.
Yeah.
It's criminal that they sell those seats.
That sucks.
And I saw a lot of people saying that they didn't get any warning. Some people got moved to general admission. Some people didn't. Some people got a free drink. I mean, I'm sure when they say obscured view, you don't think you're going to not see the entire reason a lot of people are going. We sat by.
Yeah, that's different than a baseball game or something. Where you can like kind of move around.
You can't see the top of the sphere, and that's where so much is happening. And they didn't. Not every song had a just visually knock you off your feet moment. I mean, they played with different things and different ways of using the video screen. Sometimes they just put the band up. They played half the album, Achtung Baby, and then they stop down for whatever songs they want to do that night. And then it's just, so they don't have any special video. In fact, they sang a song called Seconds that they hadn't performed in like 38 years when we were there. So I was like, that's cool.
That's very cool.
And then they pick it back up with the sort of programmed, with the video part of the evening, which, I mean, there's some parts where they're singing against like an outdoor landscape, like a desert or the cityscape.
Crazy.
You feel like you're watching them outside, just the way the light hits, and you're surrounded by it. It feels like you're watching them, like we were inside and now we're watching them outside in the desert. And the sound is perfect. The sound is beautiful.
They sounded amazing on that clip that you sent. I mean, the sound is really good.
They better, because that's made for sound and video.
Sphere's thing. It's supposed to be the ultimate.
It is
audio.
It is.
Experience.
I saw that they're considering building one in West Hollywood.
I saw that too.
They are. There's the mini sphere in Burbank where they do. That's their hub where they do. It's a 1/4. It's a quarter scale to the big one. But that's the studio where they produce all the content.
Right.
And they're thinking essentially. I was just watching a documentary on it and how they want to start doing these in multiple cities. So we might get one here. Should be
crazy.
I'm telling
I mean, you think it can be the same size? I mean, when you're next to it there in Vegas, Wendy, is it just and
you know what?
enormous? Can you imagine where would it be in North?
We were never beside it. We were never like. We never. I mean, the way we stayed across the street, and then we walked through. I mean, we were beside it, but we couldn't see it. So we walked through the Venetian. It's like attached via a tunnel to the Venetian. So we walk through, it's like, we're right across the street. We'll just go from our hotel, we stay in the Mirage, to the Venetian, and then right there. It's like you walk a half a mile, it feels like, just to get from your room at the Mirage to the front door, because you're winding through the casino. And you go, and then you get to the Venetian, and you're winding all through the shops in the canal. And then you get to the casino, and then you see signs like Sphere this way. And then at that point, you're like, you couldn't go like 50 yards without another person from the hotel, like with a sign saying Sphere this way. And so we were never like outside beside it.
Got it.
Really so you never went and looked like out. You never went and saw one of the shows that they do, because that's on the outside of the Sphere. They put up stuff as well. We were there one night. We like get there. We were on the other side of the hotel. Like we'd had to go like a long way, and they were also setting up for the Grand Prix, which is this coming weekend. So there were a lot of roads closed. There were bleachers up down like the main Vegas road or whatever, that like right in front of the Mirage. Like they put bleachers in the water part of the Mirage Hotel.
That's crazy.
So it was we walked enough without walking over there. I saw it like from the plane, but we didn't go over to where you could actually see it. But just being inside it is pretty massively big. I mean, I'm sure there's places they could put one. It's not so daunting that you couldn't find a place.
West Hollywood.
It's got to be as big as as big, space wise or circumference wise as like the Greek Theater, right? And then it's really high.
I mean,
and so
thing itself holds like 17,000 people or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like sticking an arena. You're sticking Staples Center.
They'd have to knock some shit down first.
Yeah.
It's
worth
too
it.
big.
But even when you walk in, like from the moment, so we're walking in this tunnel and we're hearing this sort of ambient music sound, and you realize it's sort of a reconfigured U2 sound, and then you hear Bono's voice. But they've remade some song or just turned it into ambient music for your walk over.
Oh.
And you get in, and the Sphere itself, the inside, it's kind of darker. I mean, it's not dark, but it's like lit, cool. I mean, it's very calm feeling. Look, as I was telling people, it was U2. It was a bunch of middle-aged white folk. It wasn't some crazy crowd. It was people that like grew up. It was like basically all people that looked just like me. Sure. And every once in a while, I was like, oh, there's a 20-something-year-old. And it was, so it wasn't it was like your crowd that went to high school back in the 80s or 70s even, so it was a calm crowd. It was a calm environment, but it was just
no mosh pit.
No mosh pits. We got behind a couple. They weren't right in front of us, thank goodness, but they were standing. They're the ones that like everybody's sitting down, but I just gotta stand up because I gotta dance and I'm blocking everybody. And then the person behind them has to stand up. And some guy was like, "You're supposed to be sitting down."
Oh no!
Honestly, it's like, dude, y'all are the only one. Just settle down, man. You just because you can't. There's so much to see. Anyway, by the end,
that
everybody
was like funny. Have some awareness if you're literally the only.
Usually, if the people behind me were up, I would get up. Especially if the people in front of me were up. But anyway, by the end, everybody was standing up as they should have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the whole like, it was calm. It's like they took anything people complain about concerts and said, we're going to fix this. There were merchandise booths, 3 on the ground, 1 or 2 per floor.
Yeah.
It was never long waits.
Not like the Hollywood Bowl where literally the line, you can't see the end of it.
It's so stupid.
Right. Everything was quick.
Yeah, so dumb.
Plenty of food, drink. And people were talking about how costly it was. It was like $15 for a rum and Coke. I'm like, that's LA or the airport.
Yeah.
$6 for a bag of chips. Yeah, that's airport.
Yeah. And also you're in Vegas. So like.
Right.
And oh my God. I had a $78 plate for my lunch at Hell's Kitchen.
What'd you
get? Beef tenderloin. And let me tell you, I was like, I'm in splurge mode. It was so good. Oh, that's like the only good meal I've had in quite some time.
It looked thick.
It was thick. I was so full. Thick. I didn't even eat dinner that night. But anyway, so it's Vegas. Everywhere you go, everything's expensive.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe not that expensive, but
it just seems like that's general concert or baseball game prices now.
T-shirts are $50. Yeah, it's typical now for a concert.
What was that picture you
plenty
sent?
Plenty of bathrooms, the whole thing. It was a fantastic experience from when you walk in the door.
Amazing.
What was that picture you sent where you said it feels like the Thunderdome? And they just had the static picture was just like these cool, it looked like panels on the inside of an old metal building. Panels, it looked really cool.
I'm going to spoil a little something. If you're going, stop listening. I mean, you probably should already stop listening. You walk in and the first thing you see, it looks like concrete, just slabs lining the place. And it looks so realistic. You're kind of like, I mean, I know it's a screen, probably. Or is this what the screen's in front of? Like, is this really concrete slab? But you feel it when you walk in. It's like, woo, you're in this big ball. And then I'm looking at the top, same kind of thing, goes up all through the top. And and the DJ's playing, of course, like 80s Madonna and 80s, again, for my people that are there, the old people. So, and then I see this bird flying around. Like, wait. Is there a bird in here? And it's literally, there's nothing big. Like it's sitting in a rafter and it flies to another rafter.
What?
It's so cute.
I'm looking up and it flies to another. I'm like, and my friend are like, did a bird get in here? and it looks like it's open. The top looks like it's open. I'm like, I don't know. Can they retract the roof? Is it open?
It's magic.
So we're watching and then the bird kind of flies up and flies out. We're like, oh, what the hell? The bird's flat. What's going on? And I'm Googling. I'm like, okay, this has been done before. It's not a real bird.
So it was all
so wow. I love that.
It looks like you're in a concrete bunker of concrete slabs with a hole in the roof and a bird just flew out and none of it's real.
Wow.
So the band, it starts at 8. Of course, they come out at 8:30.
Everybody's late.
Everybody's late. Right, and it was planned. It was planned. We were told like they're not coming out till 8:30.
Okay.
Done by 10:30 because we all got bedtime.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But it was 2 hours. It went back. They
didn't have an opener. It was just them.
No, they ain't wasting their time on an opener. Come on now. It's just, everybody's there for you too. Nobody ever liked the openers when it came to you two. It's like, just get out there. Yeah, it was, look, if there's any part of it that, you can see it online, but if you have the means and the ability, I told a couple of the anchors at work, they host the morning show. And I'm like, look, both of y'all have talked about going. If you have the means, and I know you two do, morning show anchors, just go. You will regret it. If there's any part of you that thinks, I really like you two, I've thought about it. I don't know. I was like, just get yourself to the Sphere. Or if sometime in the future, Noe, if Pink goes to the sphere, I know you're going.
She'll be there every night. But I'm just saying,
right? And I would go. I would go back again because it was an experience like I'll never have again. It was probably the best concert I've ever seen.
Incredible.
If Noe goes to the sphere, somehow she'll be featured on the sphere itself.
Yeah,
like
she'll be
on the outside.
Yeah, she'll be that bird. She'll be the bird that's flying.
I mean, I was high like for a week
because of all the pot you smoked.
Just no,
no.
Just an experience.
Yeah, incredible.
It was the best of a U2 concert. The best of the best of seeing U2. Other than the time that
that's awesome.
I got to meet him. But anyway,
oh, that's another story.
That's a whole nother story.
Another time.
That's a random story. But yeah, I highly recommend the Sphere. Even if you're just in Vegas, just go see the Sphere. They have shows where you can see it in display. So
right, that's amazing.
That was my experience, and it
good for you.
Lived up to the billing.
Good for
100%.
You. Nice.
Thank you. What'd you do on your vacation?
Oh, I've had a busy couple of weeks, guys. So, as you know, I was in the van. Mm-hmm. My wife, Leah, and I. Do you know that we're married?
Mm-hmm. I did.
We're in the van.
We traveled together, I see.
I drove the van up to Vancouver. I picked up Leah at the airport.
My goodness. Okay, how long of a drive was that?
It was 5 days.
Wow.
It was 5 days.
Damn.
I took the long way around, and I went up through Lake Tahoe because I wanted to see Lake Tahoe, and then I kind of just hauled ass up the 5.
Wow!
To get because she was flying in on the Friday, so I was like, okay, I can't take too much time to get there, but it was really nice. I don't mind traveling alone. I enjoy alone time, so it was very good. I had a very nice kind of,
Did you sleep in the van?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I guess that's the point.
Yeah.
What did you listen to? I mean, 5 days is a long ass time.
Besides SNOP.
Besides our podcast, obviously. But what, that's a lot of hours. Did you get through anything? Or
well, I mean, so the van, it's the original 1995. So it has a tape deck.
Nice.
So I bought some tapes. I listened to some Fleetwood Mac. I listened to some Willie Nelson.
Yeah. That's cool.
Willie's good driving music. I'll definitely say that.
On the road again, yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm getting tired of these 2 albums. I'm going to listen to some podcasts. So I binged a couple of true crime podcasts. I will listen to Norco 80, which is about an infamous bank heist in Norco, California. And I re-listened to S-Town. Have you ever listened to S-Town?
No.
It's the same guys that did Serial.
No.
Oh yes, yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah,
it is very good. I've heard it once before, but it was excellent. But it was good. Like when you have something long like that, it makes the drive faster, right? So anyway,
right, something compelling, and you just want to,
exactly
a page turner of sorts. Yeah.
No. Yeah, exactly. So I scoop up Leah.
I mean, did you stop the van or did you just go slow and make her hop in?
Fire helicopters just scooping up the water.
Just open the side and told her to jump.
There's a net. Okay.
Yeah, we have a net.
Very functional.
It's like on an arm.
Yeah. Do you scoop a lot of people up?
It can be hard to stop in the airport.
It's really fun. People aren't expecting it.
Scooping up. Yeah, that sounds exciting.
All right, Leah, get the scoop.
Me next. Yeah. And get a running start. Probably makes it easier.
So then I picked up Leah. I picked her up. I didn't scoop her. And we drove up to Squamish, which is a beautiful mountain town in British Columbia. That's where the bear photo came from. A lot of the pictures I sent you guys were from Squamish. And her brother's there. We're going to spend a couple days and then head back down. So the night before we're heading out, we're like, well, let's go run some more errands and do some shopping so we can leave early tomorrow. Van wouldn't start.
Oh, no.
We're like, well, that's not good. So then the next morning, the van started. We're like, oh, that's probably a fluke.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Tired. It was tired. Yeah.
So let's go do this other thing. We'll leave the van here, come back, and the van wouldn't start.
Oh.
So 5 days later, It was a huge bummer. So like there was a problem and there's only so many mechanics up in Squamish and everyone's busy and it was going to take weeks for us to be able to get it looked at.
Oh my God.
Slasher movies start where car won't start. You're stuck in a small town.
Yeah.
Or a Hallmark movie.
Exactly. That's exactly how Eureka started. Essentially, they broke down. They had to stay in the town. You could have become the sheriff and
lead to adventures.
Yeah.
Damn it! Why didn't I think of that? Well, I didn't become the sheriff, but luckily Leah's brother has lots of very smart, mechanically inclined friends, and so between like 5 different dudes that looked at the van, they got us up and running. But we lost 5 days, so we had to kind of really change our trip a bit. So yeah, we started heading back down. And we got to see some more of Leah's family on the way. We went through the redwoods, which you saw when I visited Endor. That was
I saw you met an Ewok.
I did an Ewok. That photo. Okay, so the photo that you made, Wendy, it was like one of those like puzzle pictures. Like at first I didn't see the Ewok and I didn't see the speeder bike. And so as I would show it to people, I go, look, there's an Ewok. What is that? I'm next to a spider. Like, it's so funny. You did such a good job with that.
I'm glad you liked it.
I loved it. I'm probably going to get it printed and like blown up in the house. So yeah, we just made our way back down and it was nice. It wasn't the trip that we had hoped it would be because we really didn't have a chance to do too much besides just driving because of the delay. But, we had a good time. Got some really nice pictures. Okay, so saw some animals. You saw the bear. You saw the bear. Saw some bald eagles, which was amazing.
Wow.
They're really big. They're like huge.
Yeah.
They didn't opt for the toupee or?
No, natural, bald, I prefer that, more, just like it. You got to just embrace it.
Just be you.
Yeah. We saw some elk. Okay. So we were in a campsite one night in the redwoods and we were making dinner. It's a little dark and we have those headlamps on. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I'm like doing my thing, and I see these like, you know how like at night you reflective animal eyes, you can see them. There are these 2 eyes coming at me, and I'm like, well, that looks like a cat. Is that a cat? Is that a dog? What is that? It was a fox.
Oh, fun!
This fox came into our campsite. He was like checking us out. He was like, meh. He goes and jumps up on a log, checks us out some more, runs across the street. Is checking, like he was just kind of checking us out all night. It was so cool. I've never seen a fox in real life before.
Oh,
it was so cute. It's like a cat dog,
Yeah. They are cat dogs.
Really
they're cute.
They're pretty harmless, right? Foxes?
Yeah. No, they're friends.
They're not known for their,
don't like attack
liking
people.
of human flesh or anything.
Yeah,
so.
no, unless they're like rabbit or something.
Right.
And we saw an otter. We came down through what's that? What was that town called? Oh, Morro Bay. Saw an otter. Saw a big old sea lion chilling out in the sun. So it's a pretty good animal count. We had a pretty good animal count. So then we get home on a Friday, and then on that Monday we fly out to Hawaii.
Wow.
For a friend's wedding. We had an incredible time. It's the most rowdy wedding I've ever been to.
Really?
Oh yeah.
In what way? Like the after party, the wedding itself, just like
everything.
The after party, the reception, I guess is what they call it.
The after party.
Hey guys, where's the after party?
It's right over there.
I'm gonna start calling all wedding receptions after parties.
See all those tables?
I like that better.
Yeah.
But no, just a lot just party. I've never ever experienced it. It was amazing. We had a great time in Hawaii. Saw a turtle. We saw a sea turtle swimming around. We did some snorkeling. We were on Oahu.
Like one of those big turtles, right?
Yeah, like legit from like Finding Nemo.
You're like shark or turtle. Hope it's a turtle. Because those are big.
It was very clearly a turtle.
Okay, good.
But it was
just
so
an obese shark. But
hard
very
back.
Short and
wide. Stiff back. So that was so great. Chilled out a lot. It was good to blow off some steam because it was stressful. Like that when the van stopped, like when the van wasn't working, it's like, well, that's ruined, and now I'm really bummed. And so it was nice to go to Hawaii and just kind of chill out. blow off some steam. So we get back from Hawaii again on a Friday. And then yesterday, which is Sunday, my friends were very generous and invited Leah and I and some other friends to go and do the VIP tour at Disneyland.
My goodness.
So we were at Disneyland all day yesterday, and it was incredible.
What does that entail? Can you tell us? Is it
of course
front of the line? Okay. I'm sure.
So you get your own host, your own little tour guide. He's not little, he's normal size. You get a tour guide. Ours was Roger. He was lovely. And he, you tell him ahead of time, like, what do you want to see? What do you want to do? And then he curates that whole day. So he very efficiently, like, okay, we start here, and then we're going to go and do that. Like, so you don't have to think about anything. You just follow Roger.
Was this a behind the scenes VIP tour, or just basically you can go wherever you want when you want to VIP, a day in the park?
It's definitely not behind the scenes stuff. Okay. It's like, okay, because of Roger, we can get into. So it's not the very front of the line; it's lightning lane. So you're just you still gotta wait, but it's like nothing like having to wait with like the regular dummies, Like we just literally walked on to Rise of Resistance, and then I was telling the people we were with last time when I was there with you guys, like this is a very different experience. Like we got up early, we were there at 7 a.m. We had to get in the virtual queue, and then we got kicked off the ride. Like, I'm like, guys, you have no idea. This is like, we're getting very special treatment. So, and then they have the exclusive. It's the Club 33, right? So it's this exclusive membership.
You went to the restaurant?
I did.
Oh, come on.
So come on. So
is that the one Jackie went to?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have something to talk about.
That's right. Jackie and I now we have a lot more in common.
We can't relate.
And there's at California Adventure, there's also the 1901 Club. So it's sort of like their version of that. So it's really cool. Just a lot of, like, if you love Disney and you're like, love the, the lore and the Walt Disney and Roy and how they did, like, it's just all about it. There's memorabilia everywhere and old photos and really good cocktails and really good food. And so we had lunch there, and then we had dinner at the Club 33 Lounge because we didn't want to get because it's like formal attire.
Oh,
in the actual the salon.
Did you have to dress up to Disney? Like, how does that work? That you are there for the day of Disney, and then you have to wear.
I feel like people probably just go to the.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we saw people walking in to go to the actual proper sit down formal, in just completely looking like they just showed up to a restaurant. Like they're not at Disney to go to Disney.
Right.
But we were. So we, our friend was like, okay, well, let's do the lounge so you don't have to get dressed up, but no flip-flops, no torn jeans. You have to look nice, but you can't.
Don't wear that to Disney anyway. Come on. Show us some respect.
Yeah. Show some goddamn respect.
Only a rookie wears flip-flops to Disney.
I know.
What are you thinking?
For blisters.
Well, they have to say it because people have done it. There are some real dummies out there. So no yoga pants, no shorts, no ripped jeans. So dinner at the lounge, also just really fun, beautiful. And our friend who's the member, she's like, all right, come on, let's take a look. The bathroom, guys, crazy. The nicest bathroom you'll ever be in. Just great, just so nice. And then you get reserved seating at the fireworks, right in front of the castle. So you just kind of stroll in, and you sit down, and you're talking, you're chatting, and then the fireworks, and it's amazing. And then our friends were like, okay, we're tired, we're gonna leave, but here you can still use the passes. So we were able to get a couple more lightning lane.
Did Roger have to stay with you all day?
No, we only had Roger from 10 to 6. Which is
a full long day for Roger.
It's a lot of Roger.
What does he do? Is he invisible?
Does he ride with you?
Stand there and you talk about him like he's not there? What does he do? Is he just part of your group?
Yeah, he's like, okay, have you guys heard about the goat trick on Thunder Mountain? He has all the little fun info and facts and whatever. And some of the rides he rode with us. He was sitting next to me in cars.
What a good gig.
That's fun.
He was
How do you get
nice.
That job?
It's a good question. That's what he does full time. He just walks around Disney all day showing people and giving them a good time. So shout out to Roger. Roger's the best.
Roger will show you a good time.
He will. Roger would treat you real nice. And that's that. So I mean, it's been a whirlwind of a few weeks, and I am exhausted. And the strike is over, so I'm waiting to find out when I start work. Any day.
Boy, that's big news we would have covered if we were all
good
here.
timing.
Yeah. It's perfect timing. We found out when we were in Hawaii that the strike was over, so that was great news. Another reason to celebrate. So that's kind of it. That's my trip in a nutshell. That's all the major points.
Hey, Kat.
Yeah.
I forgot. I buried a strong story from my trip to the Sphere.
Okay.
You know this one. As I was in the airport waiting.
Oh, that's right.
I get a text from my friend Lori. He's like, "Hey, look, Mark Helgenberger was at your show at the Sphere," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Mark was there." And I see this woman in like a pink gardening hat, like kind of walking around, and I see her up closer to the front of the thing boarding the plane. I'm like, well, that kind of looks like Marg.
that could be Marg. I mean,
he hasn't, but I know she was just in Vegas. And so I'm boarding. I'm like, well, if I see her, I'll get a closer look. So I'm walking down the aisle. I'm like, well, holy crap, that's Mark Helgenberger. So I was like, well, I got to say something just for the story.
Amazing.
So as I'm going by, I'm like, hey, it's like my friends worked with you on All Rise, and they always had lovely things to say about you. And I can't remember the in-between, but then at some point she was like, well, who are they? I'm like, Leah Brewer, Kat Grimmons, blah, blah. One was the editor, one was post-production manager, whatever I called you. And she's like, oh, yeah. It's like, well, they always had really nice things to say. And then I'm like, okay, don't sit too close.
Don't make it weird.
Side, get on the window, put your bag up. Don't look like a big doofus. And then that was it.
Wait, were you like sitting near her?
No, I mean, I was actually a row back on the other side.
Okay,
that's pretty close.
I know, but there were other people further back. So I'm like, well, I don't want to go back there. And it was like, but it was far enough.
Wait, is this like open seating?
Southwest?
Yeah, it was Southwest, yeah.
Oh, good for Marg.
Yeah, Southwest. She was just hanging out in the South. I mean, it was probably, it's Vegas. It's probably the quickest, easiest thing to do. And it's open seating, but it's like, probably, I don't know where she lives, but I'm sure a trip to Vegas, you don't want to, you don't want to waste your time going to LAX. You're going to go to Burbank. I don't care who you are.
That's a good point.
But anyway, yeah. So I was like, I would have maybe never even noticed if my friend hadn't sent me she had posted on Instagram that she was at the Sphere.
So
I'm
funny.
Like, I think she's on my plane.
Good eye.
So I name dropped you.
I'm sure she was impressed. She was such a sweet woman and so kind and so generous with her time. And she's great. I'm so glad you were able to say hi.
Me too. And then I ran away.
As you should.
It was fun. I should. Hey, guess what? We have plans tomorrow.
Hey, look at us.
A couple other people.
All three of us together.
We're doing things.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. We're going to go see the Marvels.
Yeah.
So we can probably chat about that next time.
Yeah. I think we will. Hopefully it's really good and we love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it'll be very nice. I'm seeing people talk about how much they liked it. I'm not reading any of the other box office stories or stupid boys that say whatever. I'm ignoring all that. I don't care. It has kittens and stuff, and I'm excited to see it.
Besides strong female representation, let's tell everyone what you're most excited to see, Wendy.
The kittens, the flirt kittens,
mm-hmm. The flirt kittens,
the flirkin and the flirt kittens. And I'm gonna get the flirkin bucket.
Oh,
yeah, flirt kitten bucket of popcorn.
I hope they have it. They better have it.
I met Captain Marvel.
Oh, and there's a text.
Okay.
Hey, Captain Marvel, what's up?
Are horrible. Okay,
no.
Quick delete.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah. I'm still talking to them. I have to go to a movie tomorrow.
Shut up.
Whatever, guys.
That's a cool pick.
Yeah, it was fun. I've never been to Marvel Campus, so we did the web slingers.
Yeah, it's fun. Did you ride Guardians of the Galaxy?
We did, and it was
I love that ride.
It was Leah's first time in California Adventure, and she and another friend with us, Abby, it was her first time too, and so everyone is like, "Oh, you're gonna like this ride." You're in for something, and they're like, "What? Like, why are you guys being weird? Like leave us alone."
Mm-hmm.
And so from the very first drop, Leah did not stop laughing until 10 minutes after we got off the ride. She was just like, she was like, she had such a great time. It was so
That's
fun.
The best ride.
Good.
I feel like
I'll never get tired of that ride.
No, Tower of Terror was great. But I feel like as soon as you get on to this one and the music kicks in, it's a party.
It's
a party. And everybody's laughing and cheering and screaming. And it is the best. I love that ride. Yeah.
It's the best. It's worth the price of admission to California Adventure.
We literally, my friends and I, we got park hopper tickets. And 90% of the reason I wanted to go over there was to ride that.
Mm-hmm.
because it was so fun.
Good. And you and I, Wendy, we rode it twice, I think. Yeah. And we were just like, what? Like, it was, it was so good.
Everybody's yelling.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a great ride.
I missed it.
You know what? Have you ever ridden the one at Disney World? Because they had the same kind of thing.
I've never been to Disney World.
Yeah. The same ride here, it's better.
Really?
I feel like someone told me once it's sort of the mechanics of how it goes up and down is slightly different. But this one has always been more fun and better to me than the one in Disney World. I don't know. You know, it's the same ride essentially, but
great.
It's great.
We also rode the new run. Is it Runaway Railroad or something? It's Mickey.
How was that?
Mickey has a new ride. It's in Toontown. It's really fun. It's the same kind of mechanics as Rise of the Resistance. So you're like in these carts that are just kind of sliding around. It's really funny because Mickey and Minnie are kind of sociopaths in the ride. They're like they're kind of crazy. They're deranged, but they're just like super happy.
All right, all right.
As you're like going to your doom, you're in this runaway train because Goofy messed up or did something.
Goofy. Oh, come on,
Goofy.
But it's really funny and like just them being weird. It's like why I'm so impressed that Disney allowed them to look completely bonkers and crazy. And it's really cute. There's a really cute moment with Daisy that I won't spoil, but it's just really fun and cute. And it was I was like, yeah, sure, we'll ride it, whatever. But I was like, oh no, I'm glad we did that. I would never go to Toontown because why do you go to? You don't want
right. I heard good things about that ride.
Yeah, it's fun. I would absolutely recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what else I recommend, everybody?
What's that?
Sports. We got some sports updates.
All right, I'm going to take a break. You guys do this.
Now you can't fall asleep, Kat.
Okay.
All right, up first. I'll start us off. I have an update. Last time Wendy and I talked about sports, we talked about Allie Krieger and some personal drama going on, but we'll talk about some of her professional wins this time. Allie Krieger, along with Megan Rapinoe, played their last.
She's the cheater, right?
No, she's not the cheater.
She's the cheated
come
on.
Yes, allegedly.
No. I mean, come on. We know.
Sophia Bush. Anyway, drama. She's doing fine. She had her last professional game in the National Women's Soccer League here in the U.S. She plays for Gotham. Over New York. I guess it's New York, New Jersey. It's weird. They were playing, just happened. This was always going to be the year that Allie and Megan Rapinoe were retiring.
Right.
So they both their teams made it to the final. So they played this weekend. And I mean, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, but hey, it's a sporting match. If you really care, you should have watched it already or looked it up. Allie's team won. So Gotham won. They were playing the OL Reign, which is really the Seattle Reign. It made a lot more sense when it was a Seattle Reign.
But did they play here? Because Kat didn't know you were there.
They were, yes, they did. They played in San Diego at the Snapdragon Stadium. I think that's just where they're contracted. It was kind of weird. They made a big deal about the attendance was like the highest ever. And I kind of feel like if they did it like normal places do, it's kind of like for some soccer championships, they play at Wembley Stadium, even though so there's not really a home or away team. They just kind of pick a major stadium. But I think if they would just have it at, one team has home field advantage, whoever has the best record, probably get a lot more attendance,
Okay.
So anyway, Gotham won. Unfortunately, Megan got hurt in like the first minute of play. She was out for the whole game, which was really sad. So Gotham won 2-1. It was, fun game to watch. Got really nerve-wracking at the end. A very weird thing happened where the goalie got a red card, like with literally 1 minute with stoppage time, 1 minute left in stoppage time. So they got a free kick, OL Reign with just basically that's all they had, because they had no subs left. So when their goalie got a red card, they're down to 10 people on the field, but they could not sub in a new goalie. So it was very awkward that one of like the random defender people had to go and get a goalie jersey and put on gloves. And she looked so small on the goal. She was like, please God, don't get in my way. It wasn't It wasn't a penalty kick like in the box, so thank God it was right outside the box, so they were able to have a wall in front. But this poor, I was like, oh God, this is gonna be like the worst.
Please,
There's
God,
like another
no.
player, and they're trying to give her some tips. She's like, she looks so tiny and like this big shirt. Anyway,
okay,
they did not score.
Don't let the ball go past the line.
They won. Yeah. They're like, see the premise. You can use your hands, right? Use your hands.
It's like, okay.
I bet that's hard to get used to if you're not used to playing goalie.
Yeah, but it was just awkward because the other goalie was like on the sideline, the backup, like ready to come in. They're like, no, you can't. You're out of subs. So they just had to. Yeah, it was strange. Never seen such a thing. And everyone on the field was like, wait, what do we do? Like, what happens? But anyway, they pulled it out till the end.
Great.
And yes, that was the last game. So congratulations. Very. Big careers for both of those women. Now, I feel like I buried the lead a little bit. Let's move on. Wendy, what should we move on to next? Maybe another follow-up from our last broadcast.
Baseball. Like Kat said, last time we talked baseball, our team, the Texas Rangers, it was a World Series, right? We were in the World Series.
Yeah, that's what that's called.
Oh, yes, the World.
No, I didn't know if it was like pre-World Series, but
we had just won the chance.
You were just gotten in.
And
look, Rangers fans have been burned badly, so it's anxious anyway. Like you're just because you get there, you may never win.
Yeah.
So we went in with some. We were nervous about our chances, even though we should win. We were technically better, I think. Than the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Wouldn't know it from the way the broadcasters will.
The broadcasters love to dote on those Diamondbacks, and we could be winning 10-0, and be like, the Diamondbacks have them right where they want them.
Yeah,
they're just
exactly what
them
they're waiting
complacency. Because pitching's obvioly better on the Diamondback side, even though the Rangers have 20 hits to their one.
And even though the Diamondbacks have lost this game, this. This
really in their favor.
Means more to the Rangers than the. Yeah, it was weird. It was like this is in their favor somehow. It's like, what are you saying?
Yeah, it was annoying. A mess. But yeah, we were very close to losing game one, but some little last second heroics and home runs.
It's called a walk-off home run.
Extra inning walk-off home run. Won that game. We lost the next, and we never lost again.
Never lost again.
We won the next three. Tara came over. We have a chance to win. She's like, should I come over? I'm like, well, you should, but we're not going to do it for any other reason other than we're just going to watch a game. We have no expectations. Right. We have no hopes. We're just going to watch a game.
Wendy was going to the Sphere that week. It was our only chance to watch a World Series game together.
Great.
So we're like, and
could have been during my concert. So I'm like,
we didn't jinx anything.
No,
let's just have a good time.
Just hanging out.
So we ate, we drank. We watched some baseball.
Wore all our Rangers gear. Yeah.
It's funny when you're watching a game like that. And every pitch, and let me tell you, the Rangers pitcher, he got out of some tough jams. A lot of men on base that the Diamondbacks just could not bring home. So it was very shaky. One good hit, well-placed hit, could have changed that whole thing. But finally, our batters got hot. We went up like 1-0. And then
Corey Seager. Finally got a hit.
Corey Seager.
Former Dodger.
That's
former
right.
Dodger.
Yeah. Then we went up 3-0. No, 3-1, I think. And then like 5-1 or something. And at that point, we're feeling okay.
Yeah, what was that? What was that? It was like the eighth, like bottom of the eighth.
Ninth.
And you and I were like standing up. We're like, okay, we're still cool. We're still
just walking
cool.
around.
We're just like pacing around in front of the TV. You're like, it's cool. You never know.
I recorded our whole experience.
Oh yeah, I posted it on our Twitter. If you're
very
interested.
entertaining.
A lot of screaming.
I'll send you the
running.
audio if you want to edit some in here. Here, we'll take just a second to listen to a piece of that audio.
In their 63rd season.
Yeah! What? Woo!
I'm sorry.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh my God! Woo! Yay! Yay! Oh! Oh my God! Woo!
There you have it.
It's like we're there. It's like
The
we're there with
Texas
you.
Rangers. won the World Series.
500,000 to 700,000 people showed up for the parade. They expected about 250 to 3, and 5,000 to 7,000 showed up.
Mm-hmm. That's big.
And the whole city just came out for this team. And it was like stories of like, people from the 70s. There was a 60-something-year-old organization that came to Texas 50-something years ago, never won, came close once or twice, and never won. And
oh man,
it's a big deal.
Look, and that congratulations. I hope that you can't really, unless you go and watch the video, you can't really see the way the way that Wendy and I were standing about 2 feet from the TV screen, and we're like, one strike away, one strike, and we're like, oh god, like the feeling of just like sort of like nausea, excitement, like it can't happen again, right? It can't happen that they lose this again.
That's rough.
It's baseball. There's no time limit. They could stand up there. They could gotten like 6 runs and beat us, and it's not like time's gonna run out on them. No. They can hit till they're done.
And man, when that last strike hit the glove and the little red ball pops up to show that it's in the strike zone, and that second between is he gonna call it a strike? And he's like, and then everyone realized, like, it hits everybody, like, and it hit us. It just took that second. We're like, oh, it was intense. Oh man. Then we just were
ordering our merch.
Oh, of course. You gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Merch. I've already worn mine to work. I wore both my shirts. I had 2 Rangers jerseys. I wore them both that night, and I wore them both the next day.
It was funny because you wore one jersey over the other, and I think that's what brought home the win.
It's a good look.
Oh yeah,
doubling it up.
Man, I'm worn out just thinking about that. Every pitch, just that whole game. You're trying to be cool, and then as time goes on, you're like, oh man,
you start feeling it.
Ooh, but I'm not going to go there again. I've been hurt. I'm not going there until that last pitch.
It ain't over till it's over. And baby, it's over. We won.
Oh, it is
Congratulations.
Over.
It's a big deal. And I know what you mean.
This year, Diamondbacks. And everybody's like, oh, they're the feel-good team. I'm like, fuck that. They won. They already won a World Series in 2001. We're the feel-good team. We sucked just as much as they did last year and the year before.
Darn right.
We had even more heartbreak by blowing it in our other chance. So they can have a blow. They didn't even blow it they weren't even as close as we got where that real heartbreak set in. I'm like, and it was trending. The guy, one of the commentators, was it John Smoltz or whatever? He was during every game trending because everybody was like, why
does he hate them?
Did a player on the Rangers like sleep with his wife? Like, why does he hate the Rangers so much? Like, why? Constant. It was just ridiculous. Again, like, oh, they lost this game, but that's exactly what they wanted. They wanted the Rangers to think they had this one, and they might have gotten it, but not really, because they're
wow.
Like, what? It's like, you can't just tell me random factoids about each player that comes up. I don't need your like commentary. Personal thing on every single, your
opinions about
annoying.
How bad the Rangers are, even though they just won the World Series.
Yeah. You're like, well, the Rangers won, but basically the Diamondbacks won. I mean, really,
it's a moral victory.
It's a moral victory.
The Rangers win, but congratulations to the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
The D-bags, as we like to call them in
Yes,
LA.
they're the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're really leaning in hard to their nickname, which is the D-backs. And
it's a long name to put on a jersey.
On their jerseys, the D-backs.
So stupid.
It's
ridiculous.
Terrible.
But hey, I begrudge them nothing. They lost like gentlemen. Bah.
Yeah.
Bah.
This year.
Bah.
We're fine.
Congrats. And it is
was a very happy moment.
I know having, watching your team in the World Series it is exhausting, and it's nerve-wracking, and every dumb thing they do is just a knife in the heart. So yeah, it's
luckily they did more dumb things than we did.
Yeah,
that's why you won.
We didn't have, so I feel like we did.
That's why you won.
We did pretty
Corey
well.
Seager, ex-Dodger. I love him. Also, I mean, my second team is the Dodgers, my second home away from home, and I knew him very well from the Dodgers, and he won the MVP when the Dodgers won the World Series in 2020, and he won the MVP, most valuable player, for this World Series. So I think he's one of the few, very few that have ever won, or maybe the only one, the World Series MVP on 2 different teams.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So amazing.
Good for him.
Love
Good
that
dude.
guy. And he's a good dude. He's a dog lover. Very cool. Yeah. Yep. Wow.
Miss him. Wish he was back in LA, but that's
I don't.
Yeah. Well, he's not. He's going to be on our team for the
next
have him. 8 more years. So
nope. We paid him handsomely.
As
well
you
worth
should
it.
have, because he's worth it.
He started every big run that where we got going. I feel like he had either started it or had a big part in it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's clutch. He's a clutch player.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Wow. Oh, chills. Unbelievable.
Amazing. Well, congrats. And
Thank you.
See how it goes next year.
Is that like a threat, Kat?
No, I'm just saying. It'd be great if LA
Rangers Dodgers.
Yeah, let's do Rangers Dodgers.
That's the crazy thing. The Diamondbacks, the D-backs, unfortunately swept the Dodgers.
Well, they
that
were
was
on a
disappointing.
run, apparently.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, we are also the only team in history, the Texas Rangers, to win every single road game in the playoffs, including every single game in the World Series.
Damn.
We won every road game.
That's a really impressive stat.
Yep. It was like 10 and 10-0.
11
on the road. 11-0 on the road.
I think it got to 11 at the end.
That last one put it as 11-0. Yeah, because we won that game on the road. So did it.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Go Rangers.
Thank you, Kat. It's very nice.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
I was very happy for you guys. I texted you it was that night I texted. It's like, hey guys, anything going on? What's anything new happening?
We were busy screaming. Yeah.
Running, screaming.
Very happy
running
for you guys.
to nowhere. Yeah.
Very happy for you guys. We got this mail. Should we read some mail?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm exhausted already.
Me too. Right? I'm glad I have a short one to start us with.
Okay.
I have one from Max. Says, "Hi guys. I hope you have a lovely Halloween." Okay, this is a little older, but thank you, Max, for the Halloween wishes.
We did lovely. Have
yeah. P.S. I learned this weekend that the last 5 minutes of the Rugby World Cup final is a very bad time to come between AK and the telly box. Today is a school day. That's burying the lead because Max sent another email that says, "Here is the SNOP art again." Not sure. Well, you don't need to know if Max wasn't sure they attached the last email, so I won't read that part. But we got an awesome piece of art with Halloween themed. Where
this one might be, one of my favorite. It's so hard to choose.
I know.
They're all so good. I'm on a broom with a little cat sitting on the back. And a cauldron of Jello, which I love. And my T-shirt has a heart that says Han Solo.
That's pretty good.
Tara's on a broom with a flag that says "I heart Hermione," and Tara's yelling "Expecto Halloweenum!"
Oh, God,
Cat, it's got a hair like some cartoon character. I can't remember.
That's a really great pompadour.
It's a pompadour and a half. Yeah. And is that a vacuum?
I'm riding a vacuum.
We are yes, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, of course.
Brothers and sisters.
I kind of just got it. And it says mail sack on the bag. There's the super famous tree stump.
The stump.
Give it a shot with axe.
With the axe, yes.
SNOP. Give it a shot.
Pumpkin that says SNOP.
There are multiple
on a gay wave.
Adorable cats and costumes.
Vampire kitty.
An awesome gay wave. Like what? This is no, it's not a wave, you guys. It's from it's a Hocus Pocus Nightmare Before Christmas crossover. My God.
Very good. Very good.
This looks just like my mural. Do you remember my mural? Like the part of my mural?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Wow. Another level, Max.
Layers upon layers.
Wow.
This is a great one.
This is really good. Incredible.
We have permission to post because this is gonna help.
Yeah, this one's so good.
People can refer to.
They're all so good. I can't Yeah, this is tough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Permission to post, please. Requested. Thank you. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. It's my turn now. I was just in awe of that. Okay, I got one from Jennifer. Jennifer also says, "Happy Halloween. I thought of this story a few days ago and thought you three might appreciate it. It's a little long for a short story, though. Burn. 1:13 a.m., right on the dot. The door slowly opened, and at the doorway stood a small figure. They knew she would be swaying ever so slightly. They knew her breathing would be different. Her breaths and the rise of her chest expanded unnaturally slow, longer than any breath should be held for such a small thing. They knew she would stand in the doorway, and they knew what would come next. Do you have matches? Every night this happened, every night for a month, every night this terror, this nightmare. The woman, the mother, grasped her husband's forearm under the covers. His other hand covered her hand, assuring her he was awake and just as confused and scared. The first night, they were awakened to the door opening and the hallway light flooding the room with a glow, and in the center, a small figure stood at the doorway, her shadow casting an unholy figure into the room. She had muttered something, and the parents told her to come to bed, thinking she was frightened and inviting her in between them, where there would be warmth and love and snuggles. Don't know if that's the best decision. Anyway, again, the little girl muttered something. They, in their sleep fog, not fully understanding. Come to bed, bud. Do you have matches? What? Do you have matches? What did she say? I don't know. Do you have matches? The mother slowly gets out of bed. Her feet touch the wood flooring and make her toes curl when the coldness wakes her a bit more. She slowly goes to her daughter and stands in front of her and sees her hair covering her daughter's face and smooths her hair back, her daughter still swaying. Are you scared? Do you want to come to bed with us, or do you want me to tuck you in? Do you have matches? No matches for you. You need to go to bed. Do you have matches? The mother bends down to look at her daughter, and with a gasp, she stumbles back, and that alerts the father. She, in a strangled voice, whispers, her eyes, or her eyes. The gently swaying girl, who was looking to the ground, had eyes that were black as the night, her pupils fully dilated with no trace of white, with no trace of the light and joy and the mischief that usually reflected in her bright eyes. The father quickly goes to the girl and bends down and utters, "Oh my God, do you have matches?" The father put his large hand on the swaying girl's shoulders and asks if she's okay. She doesn't answer, just repeats her question, monotone and deeply, with a voice somewhat unlike her own. He tries to pick her up, to soothe her. Maybe himself, he doesn't know. But he finds that he is unable to carry this 50-pound being that he was pushing on the swing just that afternoon. She felt like a marble, unmovable and cold. She repeated her question for another 30 minutes or so, her parents confused as to what to do. They tried using the cell phone to call police so they could send an ambulance. Maybe she had a concussion. Maybe this was a stroke. But when they tried to dial for help, they found that they couldn't. They had no reception. Do you have matches? No, we don't. Go to bed. Do you have matches? Honey, why do you need matches? Can you tell Mommy? I won't be mad, I promise. Do you have matches? Go to bed now, the father shouts, his heart pounding. The girl stops swaying, turns around, and slowly walks back to her room. The parents look at each other, and what sounds like thunder in their quiet room, the girl closes her door. They are sleepless and terrified. This would go on for 1 month. Tonight was no different. Do you have matches? No, go to bed, says the annoyed man. Do you have matches? Please, go to bed. We don't have matches, said the terrified mother, just wanting her daughter to leave the room. Do you have matches? Go away, go to bed. I need matches. They stiffen. She's never said anything else. Her mother sits up and tells her to go to bed. She nearly screams when the girl steps through the threshold. I need matches. They watch as she walks toward the bed with a teddy bear in her hand and her hand holding the arm of a bear as the body dangles towards the floor. It also sways as the girl sways. She walks to her mother's side. Her mother feels cold envelop her body as terror strikes her heart. What's happening with her little girl? She just wants her little one to go back to sleep. She wants this thing to stop. As she looks at her daughter's face, she shrieks as her daughter turns to face her. Her eyes are hollow, empty caverns where her eyes should be. They are dry and bony and black. I need matches. I don't know what's happening, but you need to leave. Get out of this room, screams the father. Slowly she turns away, walks toward the door, and with her teddy bear still in hand, she crosses the threshold, and they hear a Little footsteps walk toward her room, but what they wait to hear nightly never comes. She didn't close her door. That morning, the girl wakes up. She feels around for her teddy bear, Eddie. She feels around for her blanket. It's a bit cold and she wants to snuggle under the covers. She can't feel both. She sits up and finds them both by her door, her open door. Strange. Did her parents check in on her and forget to close the door? She goes downstairs to see her parents in the kitchen, quietly speaking. Good morning, Mommy and Daddy. They stiffen and glance at each other. Hey, are you hungry? Asks her mother. She yawns before taking a drink of her coffee. A little bit, but I can make myself cereal. Have at it, says the father. She pours herself some alphabet cereal and milk into her bowl. It's her favorite. It has marshmallows that make her milk taste like cotton candy. She swirls her spoon around her bowl. The letters B-U-R-N is in her spoon. Before she takes a bite, she asks, what are we doing today?
Ugh. Did she get matches?
That's so spooky.
Does she
Is
get
there
the
like
matches?
an evil thing telling her to burn and get
What's
matches?
What's wrong with her eyes?
If letters spell anything on their own, just run away. Something's talking through your alphabet cereal, you just go away.
Yeah, definitely do not have matches in the house.
Well, not with that kid. No.
Wow. Jennifer, that was very spooky. Very, obviously you send this to us before Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay. We're late. Sorry.
Enjoy the spooky.
But thank you.
There's more. There's a little update here at the bottom. I'm gonna write. Okay. Hope the team had a good week and a fun Halloween. I bought 2 outfits for Daniel. He loved it and was so excited to trick or treat. Sadly, I don't have any pictures of the night. I was too busy making memories without actually taking pictures. Plus Halloween, plus pics from Halloween's past. Very good. That's a good way to go. You don't have to worry about taking the pictures, but just enjoy the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Cute costume.
This kid is so freaking cute.
Oh, there we go. Oh, the dinosaur.
Little dinosaur.
And
little monkey, I think.
Oh, that's right. The monkey. That's right.
Is that a fox or a
raccoon?
Yeah. I think it's a fox.
I think it's a fox.
I'm a fox
Oh, the
expert.
lion. These
I'm
are very cute.
Expert.
You are. You've seen one up close.
And a panda.
Oh,
gosh.
The lion. These are really cute costumes.
To me, that's the funnest part of having a kid is dressing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Putting little costumes on.
Agreed. Mm-hmm. Why else have a kid?
So cute. I mean, there's other reasons, especially when your kid's as cute as Bubbles.
I don't
know. But I mean, they're so cute.
Not every kid can be Bubbles, though.
No,
I know.
No.
By then it's too late. You know.
You got to dress it up just to try to even the.
Right. Can't take it back.
Even the cuteness.
Man. Wow.
This is so cute.
Did Bubbles get a lot of candy on trick or treating?
I bet he did.
I'm sure that you're gonna give the whole bucket to Bubbles.
Just take everything.
Bubbles is the kind of kid that if they walk up and there's an empty bucket of candy, he'll put his own candy in the bucket. He feels bad for others.
Oh, so cute.
Be nice. Yeah.
So thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for that spooky story. And happy Halloween to you and to Bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
As always, we appreciate pictures of your adorable son. Hey guys, I got an email.
Oh, all right.
And it's from Beck. Are you guys ready?
Right.
I'm ready.
Hey nerds.
Hey
Beck. So the other week, Wendy asked me to write in and tell you guys what my favorite Jurassic franchise movie / dinosaur is. Now, as much as I would love to ramble on about that, I don't think anyone would want to read a 5,000-word essay on it. I mean, I'm more than happy to, but I made a sacrifice for the greater good. And besides, I have much more pressing matters to discuss.
We don't even get one answer, like a one-word dinosaur?
What?
Nope. Can't be bothered.
All right.
By the way, the wedding that I attended in Hawaii was at a ranch nicknamed Jurassic Valley because they filmed a bunch of stuff. Like you could take like a tour of locations and stuff.
Oh, maybe I've been there. I went to a ranch like that where we could ride 4-wheelers around, and it was where they filmed a lot of the.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
On Oahu.
Yeah.
There you go. I was there.
That's it.
Same
cool.
place.
Yeah. Okay. It's really pretty.
Yeah, it's amazing. Beck continues. What is the deal with sororities? Wow, we're taking a left turn. What is the deal with sororities and fraternities? I watched Monsters University through the week and then coincidentally listened to Rachel and Cheryl. # Where's Tig? Oh, it's not the same. It's not the same. Tig is no longer a part of this podcast called True Story. She left. She's now doing a different podcast. It's just not the same. I can't. I don't listen anymore.
Who is it? Just Cheryl by herself?
It's Cheryl and her friend Rachel something. She's an
did that have anything to do with Cheryl's husband?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Good question. Talk about drama.
Married
I haven't heard any of this.
Kennedy. That's sort of running for office, I guess, but not well liked. Yeah.
Cuckoo Kennedy. Hashtag worst take. Talk about them on True Story. What are they? Oh, Beck doesn't know what they are. Okay.
Sororities and fraternities.
Well, I can enlighten you.
Well, hold on. Why do they exist? What do people hope to get out of them? I have all the questions about them. Who, what, where, when, why, how. The whole concept of them is so foreign to me. They appear in every single American show involving a school, and I still don't get it. And what is rushing? In my head, I picture a house with its door wide open and just a bunch of people running to get inside. But that can't be right. I don't know what they are, but I know I don't want it.
Would you like me to answer now or after?
Please. No, okay. As our resident expert.
As the one person who was in a sorority. If you're shy and you need to buy friends, that's how it works.
Buy friends? No.
Well, you paid it. No, you don't buy friends. But anyway, you know what? I don't know. I mean, I basically joined a sorority because my friend and I, it's like kind of what you did. You go, so rushing. I mean, honestly, I went to A&M where the Corps, like the military Corps is a big thing. And we went and watched a hype video for that. And we are all motivated. And it's like, it can be more opposite, I guess. In some ways, maybe they're similar. But the Corps and sororities. And we somehow ended up sorority. I don't know how. But rushing is you go visit all the houses. It's kind of degrading. I don't know if it's changed.
It's almost like auditioning, right?
It's
like
auditioning.
You're trying to tell them why you're cool enough to be in their sorority. Right?
And sometimes you can get recommendations from former members of the sorority. And sometimes you're a legacy. That means your mom was in that sorority and that gives you a little boost. But you're kind of being interviewed by a member of the sorority gets assigned a girl when they walk through the door. And you're walking through, they're like singing as you walk through the door of the house, and then you're lined up in an order, and then they kind of grab you and they take you off, and then they go talk to you. And if they really like you, maybe they introduce you to the president or whatever.
Sounds great.
You have snacks and things. And it depends. I like that the first day, maybe you get 10 minutes per house, and then it goes to 20, and you got to make conversation. I don't even remember how long it was. And you meet all these people in these different houses and kind of pick the ones you think you like. And man, I can't believe I used to do this, but in the sorority members go sit in a big old room and pop the girls' pictures up.
Oh God.
On a slideshow. And you're like, is she cute enough? Does she sing cool? God. Did we like her? And you know what? I'm telling you, the secret to getting invited back to a bunch of houses is tell every single house you feel at home. You really want to be a blah, 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 whatever it is. That it would, they're your favorite. Because I tell you, you're sitting in there, you're going over all the girls you met. She really liked us. She was like, oh my God, I feel at home here. Because you don't want to invite someone back and they reject you. You want to think, it's like dating. Do they like me? Do you like them? And you sort of it's like, we're going to invite this many girls back the next day. So you're cutting some girls. You're like, we don't want her back. She was whatever. We don't like her. Or what, And then, but some of those girls that you want to invite back may say, well, like you. And they don't want to come back to your house.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it's a weird process. It goes on for a few days, if I remember right. And then you send out bids to the girls that the final cut. We would like bid? To, basically an invitation, I guess, to join our house, our sorority. And then they can say, yeah, okay, I want to. Or y'all suck. I didn't get my first 3 choices and I don't want to join yours. And then they don't. But so it's very... it's if you do, you do some charity work.
What are the perks? You
have events. For me, there are a lot of sororities at different universities where it's a very snobby kind of, it depends per sorority as well. Right. They have the reputations. That's the slutty one. That's the brainiac, whatever.
We don't slut shame on this podcast, by the way. But that's what people say.
In college, you're like, that's the slutty house.
Oh, those are the boys.
I mean, that's the kind of things. That's the kind of things you see in college.
The bad boys or the sports boys or the,
So But you have events, like we had a big play day, and you'd have all the fraternities come, and they'd do sporting events, and they could earn points, and they'd camp on your yard. And honestly, and we had a sorority house. Hey, I was vice president in my chapter. Thank you very much. Which means I took notes and whatever. You have secret initiations, secret signs, secret initiation.
What? Okay.
You can go on rushes like at home, like you go on like meet some of them maybe before the rush, and you kind of get to know some. Anyway, it's a big process, but. For some, I mean, I don't make friends easy. Like, I can hang out, at least back in college. Like, I was a shy kid, but I was kind of forced, like, sorority. It took a couple years. Then I moved into the house because we had a cool sorority house. We were the only ones with a pool. Oh. And, you're living with these people. And it was a blast. Like, you're your sisters. You go to mixers together. You take the bus or car to school together. You're living in the same house together. You're hanging out watching TV together. And it was just like a really fun environment. And I will say, like, the people that I was in sorority with, I feel like we were not the party girls, as in, hey, they'll have a beer with you. They're not like the snotty ones. It was a kind of like a cool, and A&M in general, I think was probably more laid back. You didn't have to be in a sorority to be accepted. You didn't have to get in the right sorority. There was so much more on campus. It was like we weren't even recognized by the campus. So it wasn't one of those schools where, like, if you don't get in the sorority, what are you even doing? I mean, it's like, it was a fun side of being at A&M, but it wasn't everything, which made it a lot less pressure. But it was for someone like me. I mean, I was, able to make friends and have people to hang out with, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed my time in sorority. But it's not for everybody, and I don't know. Yeah. I don't really have anything to do with it now.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And then there's like hazing in some of them, especially the fraternities where they make you do weird stuff.
Yeah. We were about to get hazed
real bad,
We were about to. We were told to show up with like sleeping bags and a roll of quarters and I forget what else. And then someone said, nope, we're nipping this in the bud. And I don't know what it was about to be, but
oh
yeah, but a lot of people get in trouble for that kind of stuff.
They were just messing with you, like, oh, you're in trouble. Oh boy, you got no idea.
We weren't in trouble. The people were about to do something to us.
I know, but I mean, like, do you think it was like just a big like act to make you guys get all freaked out? And they're like, never mind.
Maybe,
just kidding.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, like you might have to run naked through the streets or do weird stuff or drink gallons of liquid.
Luckily, they never.
And then they've had people die because they drink so much water. Like,
I think that's more of a fraternity thing.
Yeah,
like sororities,
fraternities, and Beck asked about sororities and fraternities. So it's like
fraternities will definitely.
It really is just a social club that it's like about a lot about status, but there are many that there's a lot of different focuses on and it's just really the different universities.
Yeah, they're different. I met some.
It's like I don't know. Some places, like sororities are really big, or fraternities you really have to get into one, and then others not such a big deal. It's kind of like, meh, who cares?
Yeah, and that's kind of like this was like A&M. I mean, I had so many friends that had nothing to do with sorority, and it was just like a fun part of college, but it wasn't all of college. So, but anyway, so it's depends on how much you put into it, and
and there's like other perks, right? Because if you're looking for a job and somebody from your fraternity or sorority got that job, it's like a connections. Essentially, it's like starting to network while you're in school, because then if that's something you can bond over later, when you see those people, or if you just read it on a resume, you put on your resume and someone's like, oh, we went to the same, because in different colleges, you could be in a ton of all the colleges. Some of them have the same, just different chapters of the same sorority or fraternity. So you could have gone to a different school, but if you're in the same sorority or fraternity, it's like, oh yeah, oh my God,
And you get really excited when you meet someone, even if you don't necessarily do anything with it anymore. It's still exciting.
So it's really
you do the secret handshake and the
networking and the whether it be friends and job prospects, opportunities, and just the things. It's not.
So like a lot of things, it depends on where you are, which one you're in, how much importance you put on it as far as like your college social status and so it's good and bad, like anything.
What's the name of your sorority, Wendy?
Alpha Delta Pi. Pi, 80 Pi. Like I love it, 80 Pi. Want it, eat it, gotta repeat it. Always love that 80 Pi. When I was a girl in high.
Oh.
Anyway. We would say, oh my gosh.
Was that
we
supposed
would
to be
sing
a secret
that.
Or?
No, we would sing that during rush when the girls were walking in or leaving, like, ah. It's like a bunch of creepy girls, like, ah. Guys are walking in
it's
and
like
out.
The Stepford Wives.
Constantly singing, and then the door shuts, and we're all like, ah. Busted. We'd put on play. Oh yeah, some during the rush we'd put on a play or like a little music. We would do like shows for these girls.
That's adorable.
Wow. To try to win them over. It's one of those like, wow, that was my past life. That and beauty pageants. Wow, that was a different life for sure.
Amazing.
Woo. Anywho,
well, there you go, Beck. Beck, does that answer your question?
Please feel free to
make you have more questions.
Beck continues, through the week, I've been thinking a lot about how Wendy was so against a Star Wars reboot, and I've worked out what I actually really want to see next. I think we need a classic, overly dramatic, ridiculously stupid soap opera style show, but set on a Star Wars universe planet. There's no rebelling against the Empire, just lots of highly dramatized everyday problems. Skywalker who? I don't know who you're talking about. I'm too focused on these dramatic facial expressions. I think it could be a winner. Plus, it wouldn't require a lot of brain power to watch. We could all put it on and then stare at our phones while we pretend to watch. It's an interesting idea, Beck.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of this type of, fantasy called cozy fantasy?
No.
Where I read fantasy books and I'm always looking for a cozy fantasy versus it's like a high fantasy, but there are not those high stakes where a lot of these TV shows where every second of every episode, it's like, oh, so they got to beat somebody. They're always going toward this. And it kind of, you want something where there's definitely a goal or something they're trying to achieve, but there's also just more human interaction, more adventures, just more,
it's like Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
They never do anything on Downton Abbey. They're just walking around eating really nice food.
What they call a slice of life. So I think that's what Beck is, describing here. And I'm all for it. I miss those kinds of shows because it used to be more, like even with Grey's Anatomy, they have some of those episodes because they get 20 plus episodes. Now it's very rare that we get that.
Right.
So, a lot of what I read, because I enjoy that. I like some of those you got to really think about it, but that cozy type of fantasy, I'm all for it. I'd be, and again, people would really have to manage their expectations. Everybody going into it like, what is this dumbass shit? Like, what am I watching? It's like, you got to go and like it for what it is and not think it's, going to be the next coming of the original trilogy.
Sure.
So I'm for it.
Okay. I have a question, Tara. Are you also into cottagecore? Have you heard of that?
Yes, it's very similar to cottagecore. So a lot of the things are it's very it's like they're gonna, like in this the Rhaeria Chronicles that I read. I have there's a lot of books in the series, but especially the original 3, it's very cottagecore. Like they're on horseback, they're going on their little adventures. It's like set on another realm, but in essentially medieval times. They're doing, they're going, they're staying at essentially like a B&B on the trail to their next village. And, they're describing the fireplace, the hearth of the fireplace and sitting around and they're telling stories and, that's what
Have you heard of cottagecore, Kat?
I have heard of cottagecore.
Oh, I hadn't heard of it, but I like how it says it encourages a lifestyle rooted in traditional skills like baking bread, gardening, and sewing your own clothes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of them is like a blacksmith. Yeah, it's a hashtag too. Hashtag cottagecore. Yeah. And like on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, Pinterest, especially Pinterest, you get like,
I see.
That's where your design. That's how you want to, you're like, that's kind
better
of what
homes and gardens.
I want cottagecore,
Yeah. Okay.
But there's also like fairy core or something like that. Maybe like a fairy, like it's not as popular, but that sort of thing, something core, but it's the same, Like, I don't know if there's like a witch core, but like, the same kind of.
Remember Mumblecore? It's like Mumble Cottagecore. Like, I'm going to hang some wallpaper up.
What?
Remember Mumblecore? I think it was movies where people are just kind of like mumbling like this. I don't know. It was a thing for a while.
I'm going to hang some wallpaper up.
That was a thing in movies?
Mumblecore, yeah.
Mumblecore? Can you name a movie where that was a thing, please?
It's a subgenre of independent film characterized by naturalistic acting and dialogue. Emphasis on dialogue over plot.
People? But you can't understand the dialogue?
I mean, it wasn't, I don't think they were necessarily always mumbling, but it was like, it wasn't, there weren't, again, not high stakes. It was kind of like just people doing stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's not like I was into it. I just remember hearing about it. So I'm just thinking.
You're into it.
Yeah, I'm just back saying, off, okay?
Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene apparently was Mumblecore with Elizabeth Olsen and Sarah Paulson.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, you could combine them and like,
Mumblecore.
I'm gonna hang some wallpaper. I'm gonna turn some butter.
Combine one. Little blacksmith. What do you think?
I don't even know if I've ever seen one. I just thought the name was fun.
We'll shear some sheep. Is that what?
Okay. Chop some wood.
Yeah. Okay.
We're really stretching this email too.
Beck continues. I was listening to Handsome. It's a podcast. It's great. Everyone should listen to it. This week, and they were talking about Halloween costumes, and I had an instant flashback to a memory I'd completely forgotten about. It doesn't have much to do with anything, but I thought you guys might enjoy it. When I was little, I went to a dress-up party and wore a potato sack. I was a Kennebec potato. I thought it was really funny because Kennebec has Beck in it, and that's my name. I was a real cool kid. Some might say I'm an equally cool adult. Love you guys, Beck.
I think it's a great idea.
Are a cool adult, and that sounds like a very cute costume. I hope it was received well.
Yeah.
Very creative.
Potato.
Wow.
Yeah. I hope everybody had a good Halloween. Did you guys do any? Did you like for actual Halloween itself? I know that Terry had a chill hangout party, but
3 to 4 trick or treaters.
Really?
Yeah.
Bummer. That's too bad.
Nothing too exciting.
I went to bed. I'm in an apartment. Nobody's coming by my place.
Yeah, that's completely fair. Completely fair. All right.
And I miss that. I miss decorating and having little children come by.
Sure.
The children.
Giving them candy.
Sounds like witchcore.
I like parkour.
I like hardcore.
Oh, hardcore. What?
I don't know. Nothing. Moving on.
Dear.
No, forget it. Stop.
Oh, wait. It's my turn again.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Yep.
I got
I know. We're almost there. We're almost there.
Okay. And it's AK. Got to end with energy.
Ready.
Energy.
Gotta read
All
some
right.
emojis.
You'll be fine.
From AK. Subject. A very good effort. My lieges. Well done. Considering this was like leaving a pair of toddlers with the keys to a Ferrari, you both did very well.
Thank you.
We're proud of you and grateful for your efforts. Good job. Welcome back. This is...
Thumb up emoji.
Thumb up. That's right. Sorry. Thumb up emoji. Welcome back. This is... Glad to hear your arm is going on okay and you're back to perky enough to cast the pod. Those fevers sound shitty, though. Sympathies. Hope they pass soon. Catton, welcome back. I hope Slow White behaved herself and you had a good time. A bear in a tree? It wasn't one of those invasive species Aussies drop bears, was it? Aussie drop bears. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Have you not heard
What
of
is
drop
that?
bears?
Oh, no.
You've not heard of drop bears?
No.
Is it a bear?
I assume they drop out of a tree, like on you?
No,
What?
in Australia, you got to look out for drop bears.
They're like
they have like really sharp teeth, and you don't see them coming because they're dropping, and they land on you. And they will kill you. They'll fuck your shit up.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I can't believe you've never heard of
Does
this.
it look like a koala but mean?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so next
Look at
time,
those teeth.
if you're ever in Australia, you got to ask the locals, like, are there drop bears around here? Do I need to know?
Like, look at
Stay
that
away.
sweet koala bear, and then it's like, bam.
Yeah, no,
Good
you gotta,
Lord.
This is like serious stuff, guys.
These
you
are
gotta be
scary.
really careful.
Oh my goodness. Those are frightening.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
I'm so glad AK was able to bring this to your attention.
Yeah.
They are like koala crazy.
Koalas,
like deranged
but with
koala bears.
Teeth. Giant teeth that will kill you. Wow.
Oh my god.
They will fuck your shit
Are these
up.
real? They're real.
Apparently.
Holy shit.
All right. Well, Tara, you keep looking at that.
As one would say, new fear unlocked.
Yeah. Well, if you ever get to Australia. And then there's
not going in the forest.
Like
God.
emoji face.
Shit.
You've lived to tell the tale. But
Amazing.
real bears aren't that scary anymore compared to that.
No.
By the way, FYI, pillock means idiot. Shrug? Oh my word. Did you just call me mature? And then just a lot of faces. Like, what? Smile. Sir Carrie, most excellent accent and most excellent choice of a weapon. Any particular wood or just any tree you happen to pass? So let me get this straight. You guys been watching a whole big serious sports series dedicated to glorified rounders? Rounders, the children's game, played at school and seldom thereafter. You lot are strange. At least when the Canadians messed with hockey, it made sense. Whatever, it's fun.
Rounders.
Talking about queer drama as you did last week, Max and I decided to celebrate a year together by going
to... Yay!
Congrats.
Wow.
By going to see Cowboys, I guess. Cowboys or Cowboy.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Okay.
An absolutely mental queer Western show being staged by the Royal Shakespeare Company at Stratford.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
It's brilliant. It's insane, stylish, funny lunacy. I have no idea whether it will tour, but it's very much the genderqueer story the audience had been looking for. It was like being at a Rocky Horror show during Pride in a sleepy middle-class town. Mental and brilliant. We heartily recommend it to anyone in the country who can get to it. Thumbs up. Rainbow, 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 rainbow flag. The weather has taken a turn to the tempestuous for the time being. But by the time you get here, we could have anything at all. Shrug. This is England. The weather is always tricky to predict. Cheers, queers!
Hey.
Wow, congrats to AK and Max. That's so...
Wow.
I can't believe it's been a year. That's amazing.
Man.
Goodness.
Time flies.
That's awesome. And that sounds like a fun show. Cowboys.
Yeah.
Go see that.
Boys.
Cowboys.
Trying to make it fancier than just the boys.
Yeah. I think it's just boys. I think it's just boys.
Hey, Kat.
Yeah.
I know you're probably not caught up. I'm just saying. Curse of Oak Island started.
Oh shit! No, I gotta jump in.
2-hour premiere.
We're gonna be doing. Tara, you don't know about this. Oh shit! Wendy and I talked about it. We're gonna do like every episode. We're gonna do a deep dive into Oak Island. So I hope you can start watching. You gotta go watch.
Are you serious?
The previous seasons, there's only like 15. So if you can get caught
only
up,
10,
that'd be
only
great.
10.
No, well, I only need to watch one episode because they find the same thing.
I swear, Sarah watched one
episode
with me, and it was like one of the worst episodes they've ever had.
No. This is the year.
Just remember when we found this other thing, and remember this.
This coin found to be Bronze Age from it's the Templar. The Templar Knights.
They found a Roman coin, Kat.
They
found a coin from BC time period.
Could it be? No, they always
Could this be another Roman coin found from the money pit?
I don't care. I'm rooting for those guys.
It's such a fun show. This is the year, Wendy. This is the year.
They better be. They had a picture. I'm looking at something really shiny, and if that's a lie, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's the year.
It better be.
I gotta get caught up.
One more TV note.
Well, you know what? I don't even need to watch. I'll just listen to y'all.
Hey, we can reenact it. We can
tell
your
5-minute
we can
recaps.
Report back.
There you go.
Oh, that's great.
What did they find this week? A piece of wood and a button. Okay.
They did find wood and pottery.
A piece of wood?
Like 4 coins.
And a button?
A button? Oh, it's a button, mate.
From the shorts of a sailor.
We should you know what?
The
we should keep a running total, a running count of what they find this year, Kat.
I love it.
I'll work on that.
This is good content.
So far, I think we have 4 coins, some pottery.
Okay.
How much
they
wood?
found wood, but it was in this thing. It wasn't like normal wood.
You should always celebrate wood. Wendy, you should write it down. Can you write down the list?
I'm gonna take notes of what they find, and then one of these times I can say,
do we get to guess what it is they found?
Yeah.
Sure.
You can.
Okay.
Kat,
if that makes it more fun for you, Tara, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
I want to guess.
Can guess.
I feel like
every week it'll be like wood, button.
1/3 of the time I'll
wood,
be right.
button, coin.
Let's go with button this week.
You can only guess one. You can't guess all 3. Was it a button week or was it a coin week? Was it a Bobby Dazzler?
Ooh, Bobby Dazzler.
It's a Bobby Dazzler.
I'm gonna keep a running count. So
I think this is just for Wendy and I, and that's fine because we're enjoying ourselves.
That's fine. I'm gonna do something without you guys. I'm gonna start digging a hole in my backyard, and I'm gonna make you guys guess what I find in my
I'm gonna guess
backyard.
A dog poop or a dog toy.
That sounds awesome.
I
Tortilla
bet you
from
it'll be wood,
last
a button,
a rock,
or a gold coin. Who knows?
Can't wait.
Maybe you'll find things you've lost. By the way, Murder at the End of the World starts probably the day before this comes out. I don't know.
Congrats! I know you're
14th.
excited.
I 2 episodes drop on Hulu.
That's huge.
Actually, tonight of this recording, but I'm sleepy and I'll probably be sleeping because it's not till 9.
Fair enough.
It's exciting.
That is. It's huge.
Congrats. I know
I've been waiting a long time for this freaking show. So.
I know. You've earned it.
I've earned it.
Wow.
Is that all we got?
I think it's it. I mean,
I think that's a lot. We've had a lot to catch up on.
Mm-hmm. It was, we had a lot of catching up to do. And we'll probably go back to once a week. Who knows?
Okay. Hey, it's a good goal, I think, Y'all
are the ones that travel. I'm here. Y'all just let me know.
You travel. What are you talking about, Wendy?
That's true. Sometimes. Usually in Dallas. Yeah, we can try this again, see how it goes. And
let's try it again.
We can talk Marvels next week.
Mm-hmm.
We can do good Marvels talk and some other stories. Today was catch-up day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess we got some other stories we can.
A lot of nerd news happened while we were gone.
Yeah.
But
oh my gosh, yes.
I want to dedicate this episode to my dog Charlie, who today.
The way that you're setting this up.
Charlie's alive. Charlie's alive.
People are going to be freaking out.
No. Charlie
is Tara.
Alive and well.
For fuck's sake.
This morning, I dropped Charlie off at her doggy away camp where she will be doing her training for the next 5 weeks.
Whoa, intense.
It's very sad, but she is in good hands. And I'm just trying to, if I just start bursting out in tears further in upcoming episodes, that's why. Because, it's going to be hard because I'm so used to having her around, my buddy. Of course. So,
yeah.
Yep. But anyway.
As we discussed,
Charlie.
When she's back, she's going to be she'll be able to post our episodes. Yeah. So if Kat's gone, Charlie can do it.
That's
part of the training.
Yeah.
Social media. Yeah. Podcast posting.
Mm-hmm. Be a
and
sound
sitting.
Engineer. Mm-hmm. And sit and leave it.
Stay.
Very
post to Twitter.
When you're working in a podcast, all those things are very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway,
some
talking news, but she's doing very well.
Well, she's healthy and happy.
Yes, very healthy.
Healthy and happy.
Where does she sleep? Are there dorms?
There are dorms.
Is she in a
It's
sorority?
actually a sorority. She's a sorority girl now. There are still going to be a crate situation, so it'll be new for her.
That's good.
But it's very good. Good. They're going to, I saw the accommodations for myself, and they look very nice.
Of course.
So it's in a house.
Did you meet some of her friends?
House. It's like not going to be like in a thing. I did meet some of the friends that would be there. They seem very nice. There's a black lab there. So yeah, I told her to make new friends that, that she can cuddle with some other dogs if she wants to.
Right.
Give that consent and,
yes.
Make friends and, just get out there. So
meet dogs.
Meet other dogs.
She's gonna have a great time.
There's basically gonna be a lot of extras. She's gonna not want to come back. I think basically, it's gonna be like, wait, I've had 5 walks a day. We went hiking. We went to the beach. Went to the store. What do you have to offer me? You tell me. It'll be like I want to enter the sorority, and she's gonna judge me and see if I'm worthy.
And she'll have those connections for life.
Right. Yeah. She'll always
looking for a job interview. The secret handshake.
The paw shake.
It's a paw shake.
Oh, the tail wag or like the
tail wag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be good for her.
Memories and friends forever.
Can't wait to hear all about it. Will she be on to tell us how it goes?
I'll bring her on. I'll bring her on. Some stories to tell, I'm sure.
That'd be great.
Yeah. All right. That's all I got.
Yeah, we love you, Charlie. We miss you.
Love you, Charlie. So happy for you for being happy and healthy and having. She's gonna have
very much alive.
She's like on a vacation.
I can't see her for that whole time. I can't go visit her. No visitor.
Yeah, because you'll ruin all the training.
Yeah. I can't even just go watch through a window, which I definitely did not consider.
They don't have live camera feeds or anything?
No, well, I have an account for her, so they'll send me stuff. So
got it. That's cute. Okay.
Well, glad we're back. So now we're still on the X at SNOP Podcast with 1D.
Twitter, Wendy. It's called.
It's still Twitter.
Twitter.
She Nerds Out podcast on Instagram and Facebook.
You can send us an email at shenerdsout@gmail.com. You can go to our website, shenerdsout.com, for all your snopping needs.
Well, all right then. Until next time, which is hopefully in a week.
Oh, we have I think we have some mail in the post office box. I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
So next week we'll open some packages.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Well, something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
And until that time comes, she nerds
out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy